Namaskar. Today we are going to talk about automatic poha packing machine. This machine has two parts. The top part is the weigh filler and the bottom part is the bagger. The weigh filler is responsible for weighing and dispensing the material by weight, and the bottom part, which is the bagger, is responsible for putting it in a pouch, packing it and pulling it out. Now I will talk in detail about the weigh once I go upstairs so that I can explain you all the parts in detail. Coming to the bagger, you can see this has got a chute here which is going to form the pouch from the laminate roll. The construction of the chute depends on the width of the pouch that we are going to have, and it is very easy to change the chute from these two screws which are given here. Just open and pull out the chute, put in the new one, and you are good to align and run the machine. These are the two rollers which are going to pull the laminate down. Now as they will move in rotate in tandem, the pouch will go down and it will stop at the eye mark level. This is the pneumatic sealer which is going to seal the packet vertically, and it is mounted on the sealer jaws are mounted on the hardened and ground rods which are running on a linear bearing, which keeps it very good rigidity, and it will have a very uniform seal. Now I have come to the bottom of the machine. Now we are going to be talking of the horizontal sealing assembly. Here you can see there are two cylinders at the back which are responsible for making the jaws come in and go out. There are two independent heaters which are given in both the sealers. These sealers have a speciality that they are Teflon coated, so that in case of overheating or anything, the laminate does not get stuck to the sealer. All these movements are on hardened and ground rods on linear bearings, which makes the whole assembly very rigid. You can see them here as well as here. These are linear bearings on which the thing is mounted. Now these are two cylinders, one is for perforation and the other is for the cutting. This is the cutting blade which will go into the sealer and cut it into two pieces. And the length, the number of pouches that we want in one strip, whether it is 5, 10 or 20, whatever you want to program, can be done from the control panel upstairs. Now in this control panel, the top panel is responsible for storing all the parameters pertaining to the weigh. The top display talks of the controls for the weigh filler, and the bottom display talks of the controls for the bagger. The weigh has got multiple kind of settings that we can do: the coarse weight, the fine weight, the net weight, the settings for the vibration, the various delays that we have to give. All these can be set here. There are about 10 program settings that you can save in this machine, and just by the click of a few buttons you can just recall, and it is very easy to go from the setting of 100 grams to 250 grams to 500 or to a kg. The bottom display is the control center for all the parameters for the bagger. Here we are talking of things like the batch count, horizontal sealer delay, vertical sealer, nitrogen on off, the count, the start delay, the coding delay, and the color sensor. All these parameters can be programmed here. Now this is the control for the temperature. These are the temperature indicators. The set temperatures are there, and the current temperatures at which the heaters are already working, that is being displayed here. Any of the heaters can be switched on and off depending on what the requirement is. These are the keys for pausing, starting and stopping the machine, and we have also a button for flushing the weighing pan. Now this is a very interesting keyboard that we have given for manual setup of the laminate. Whenever you will change the laminate from one width to the other, you will need to set up the length, the sealing of the jaws, whether the eye mark is coming at the right place or not. So all those controls can be done from here very easily. Just change the laminate and you can operate whichever feature you want to do from here. Now I have come to the top of the machine to give you the description of the weigh filler. This weigh has got a couple of parts. You can see the top hopper here. Below the top hopper you have the rear tray, then the front tray, the weighing pan and the discharge funnel. The material is loaded in the top hopper. From there it travels based on the vibration setting in the rear vibrator. From the rear it goes to the front. From the front it will go into the weighing pan, where it will get actually weighed on the load cells, and once the material reaches its target weight, then it will be discharged. The vibration is of two types: the coarse setting and the fine setting, which defines the flow of the material. In coarse setting there is a higher flow, in fine setting the flow is less. For example, if we are packing 100 grams, then 80 grams will go in the coarse weight, that is in the fast mode, and the balance will be in the trickle feed, which will go into the weighing pan. No two weighing pans will discharge the material into the pouch at the same time. That kind of an interlock has been already provided in the software of the machine. Only one will discharge and the next will discharge. Whichever one will get ready first will be discharging into the pouch. This weigh is connected to the bagger via electrical controls which are there with these circular connectors. You can remove these connectors and disengage both of them very easily. All the parts in which the food article comes in contact with the machine are made of stainless steel SS304 grade, which is a food grade. When the material comes from the rear vibrator into the front vibrator, there are these optical sensors which are provided which monitor the layer of the material in the front tray. As the material's layer becomes thicker, at one point they will cut off and the rear vibrator stops, so that the layer is maintained in the front tray and the material gets weighed properly. Now this machine is very ideally suited for all sorts of granular material like tea, namkeen, all varieties of namkeen, chips, kurkure, vermicelli, poha, pasta, macaroni, dry fruits, toffees, all these kind of granular items can be very easily packed on the basis of weight in this machine. These are the shutters which are located in the front of the front tray. Now the function of these shutters is that when the machine is changing over from the coarse weight to the fine weight, these shutters will close and there will be a very small opening which will allow only a trickle feed of material to go into the weighing pan, and this gives us a very high accuracy in the net weight that we are going to pack. This is a quick changeover pan in which the material is being weighed. It is mounted on a weighing bracket, on a bracket which is loaded on the load cell. You can twist the pan and remove it very easily. Now you will ask that why do you want to change the pan? When you are changing the material from one to the other, you would like to clean the pan, and it is very easy to remove it and mount it back. So you remove it, clean it and put it back. Now we will see this machine in running condition. Now you can see we have made 5 pouches of the in one succession. This machine is very simple to operate, and just in a few hours you will get to know exactly how the whole thing runs. When our engineers come to your site to install the machine, they will give you a complete rundown on how to maintain, how to install and how to run the machine.